Peace, 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 everyone out there for tuning in, who's tuning into this video. So I came across this article by Newsweek. Nearly 500,000 people kicked off Medicaid. So I'm going to get into this article, see what they're talking about. Nearly 500,000 people have been kicked off Medicaid in Virginia as the state implements its unwinding process. Wow. During the pandemic, the federal government froze all Medicaid requirements and allowed Americans to stay on government-run health insurance without applying again or proving additional eligibility. However, since April of last year, states have been removing Medicaid recipients as they reinstate rules surrounding who qualifies for coverage. In Virginia, more than 480,000 residents were disenrolled from the state's health care coverage as of this month. The state's health care tracker reveals during the pandemic, around 2 million Virginians had Medicaid coverage. Another 69,000 people are waiting for redetermination for Medicaid in the state. Newsweek reached out to Virginia's Department of Medical Assistance Services for comment via email. Those removed likely were deemed ineligible due to financial requirements for the government program. To qualify, one's income must be at or below 80% of the federal poverty level. The significant declines in Medicaid enrollees are startling, but the reality is there could be multiple factors, both good and bad, playing a part in the decline. Alex Bean, a financial literacy instructor at the University of Tennessee at Martin, previously told Newsweek. In some states, the economy is chugging along with near-record unemployment rates, meaning fewer people would qualify. Despite not meeting the financial threshold, many beneficiaries and healthcare experts are concerned about how the unwinding process could be impacting healthcare in America in the long term. Some recipients were barred from their Medicaid coverage after getting a part-time job that raised their income above the limit. Unlike many full-time jobs, part-time work often does not include health coverage, leaving many Americans without insurance for life-saving treatments and medications. A significant number of Americans were also removed from Medicaid due to procedural issues like missing a deadline or having a changed address. According to health research firm KFF, 55% of those disenrolled from their Medicaid coverage in Virginia had their insurance taken due to procedural reasons. That means many still could qualify without having access to the program. The common story amongst the people we meet is that they were never provided notice that they lost Medicaid, nor given the chance to appeal, Smile Insurance CEO Chris Fong told Newsweek. They usually only find out that they have lost Medicaid when they try going to the doctor, and they are told they have no insurance. The state Medicaid program typically mails a renewal package to determine eligibility, but coverage will be terminated for those who do not submit the necessary paperwork within 30 days. A delay in the mail or a change in address could jeopardize residents' health insurance. Medicaid coverage is available for low-income Americans as well as those with disabilities, but even those above the income limits might face difficulties in getting necessary health care covered. According to KFF's most recent numbers, almost 25 million Americans have lost their Medicaid or Children's Health Insurance Program coverage across the country since last year. In March 2023, before unwinding policies went into effect, around 94 million people were enrolled in Medicaid or CHIP. That's the end of that article. And you know what? I mean, this is just, I wonder what requirements these migrants need to meet. You know, that's getting, they're getting all kinds of money, thousands of dollars every month, and, free health care and apartment. They're getting their rent paid. And it's funny because I just saw a video yesterday. I don't remember who posted this video, but in the video, they were showing how some town in Colorado, there's a building where a Venezuelan gang have taken over the building, right? They've taken over the building, threatened the landlord and the landlord's family, and are going around from apartment to apartment collecting rent, right? Collecting rent, so they're keeping the money. Patrolling the apartment with firearms. They just took over the whole entire building. Nothing the landlord can do. The landlord tried to get help from the authorities. No help. Can't get any help. So they've allowed this Venezuelan gang, some town in Colorado, I believe, to just take over this apartment building, right? Take over the property from the landlord, and the landlord can't get any assistance or any help from the authorities concerning that matter, because they done threatened him and his family, right? And whenever someone move out, a Venezuelan gang member moves in, allegedly. According to this video, I don't remember who posted this video yesterday, but when you look at what's going on, you know, a story like this is happening for those who are born here. We still got to meet all these requirements, can barely get any help, got to fight for help. And meanwhile, these people come over here and getting everything handed to them by this government, right? Kind of stings. I wonder at what point do people begin to wake up? Now, don't get me wrong, there a lot of people have woken up, but not to the point where we all take a stand together against this tyranny, against this wickedness, you know, because we continue to get kicked in the ass. Meanwhile, you got people who've come across the border, who've crossed the border, right, getting everything handed to them. It don't make any sense, right? But that's all I got for this video. You know, there's countless stories coming out every day about this nonsense that's going on. And meanwhile, they're looking for people to vote. You right? You know, especially the Democrats, right? They want people to vote for them. Right? And the Republicans, in my opinion, is not any better, if you ask me. Because when Republicans is running things, were things really that better? Right? And for those who want to say, oh, well, I was making more money. Okay, that could be the case. Right? But when you really dig deep and look at the hardcore truth about our conditions really haven't changed that much. We're still under this wickedness, still under this tyranny. We're still being governed. Govern means to control, meant your mind control. Are we really in control of our affairs? Right? As long as we have to go to the DMV, places like the DMV, and get our vehicles registered and get licensed for this, we need a license for that, we need a license for this, we need a certificate for that. We got to pay all these fees and pay fines, and if we step out of line, right? We're not free. This isn't freedom, right? How is this freedom? So who cares how much money you make, right? You break one of their rules, they take everything you got. Unless you know how to play their game and go through their loopholes, right? And even that, how long is that going to last for those who want to dig into them UCC codes and so on and so forth? What it really is you just, you change your status, You elevate yourself to a higher status, right? But how is that helping the community? You know what I'm saying? If a few get to learn a game and learn the loopholes and can elevate themselves to a higher status, but everybody else is still catching hell. It's supposed to be each one teach one, reach one, right? At some point, things have to change. Now, yeah, we need our own. We need our own. We need our own land. We need our own, businesses, right? I'm talking about my fellow melanated people, the tribes out there. We need our own, right? Like our ancestors had, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street, Seneca Village, Central Park in Manhattan, New York City, and so many other states and cities and towns where our people had their owned land, and had their businesses and banks and those who had land and was farming, just to have everything ripped away and taken away from them. Now we need to learn from history, because if we get our own, we better be able to have a way to protect what we have, or else we're going to be doomed to go through what our ancestors went through. Getting what we have flooded or burned down to the ground, bombs dropped down on us, right? Look at the history. It's not as simple as it's not even as simple as getting our own everything, right? We got to start having real conversations. All of us need to come to the table and start having real conversations about what's really going on, what has been going on, and get down to business, right? Because there's plenty of our people who have military training. They are trained and see the truth. We need to come together. We need to do it fast. But I'm King B. That's all I got. Subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed, click the notification bell to all so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. Shout out to all my subscribers. Right? Love yourself unconditionally. Keep your loved ones close. Plan. And if you think you planned enough, plan some more. Have real conversations. Be ready so whatever situation comes your way, you and yours is equipped to handle it and know exactly what to do. Protect the women and children and the babies at all costs. Priority, number one priority. Shout out to all the natural born women out there. Be safe out there. Watch each other's backs out there. Peace.